Hello, this is the Tepid Coder. In this video, I want to talk about audio levels. I want to show what I can adjust and try to explain what effects that has for me, because what I'm hearing is going to be different from what you're hearing, and what I'm hearing is different based on what headset I'm using. There's going to be a very different experience playing this through speakers than playing it through a headset, and one headset's going to sound different than the other headset. If it's like a gamer headset that has like earphones and also a microphone combo, that's very different than like a studio recording headset. And also, both those are very different than like a cell phone speaker or like earbuds you might have through Bluetooth. Anyway, sorry for stating the obvious. But if I go into my start menu and I go into run and I say mmsys.cpl, I can get the old Windows recording thing. And you can see I'm going through a Scarlett Focusrite unit. And inside of that, I have an SM58 microphone. It's meant for recording vocals. Anyway, I can go into listen, and I can hear myself. Before I do that, I want to show that I have the level currently at 94. Now I'm going to turn it up a little bit, and I'm going to get quite a bit louder, but there's also going to be some hiss. So now, I can't hear this yet. I'm going to listen to it, and I'm going to get doubled audio, which means, since my desktop audio is being recorded, I'm going to be kind of doubled for you too, which is probably a little bit annoying, but bear with me. Okay. So I can hear the hiss now. If I grab this and I go down to about 92, I pretty much don't hear it at 50% volume. Now, if I turn my volume to 100%, now I hear it again. But not right there. At this point, I can't hear it anymore, even with the, I don't know, 100% volume in my system, right? So that's with this headset. I'm going to try my other headset, which is meant for, like, recording things. Okay, now I hear the hiss again. At that point, I can't hear it anymore. But can you even hear me at this point? Like, I'm pretty quiet to myself right now, and I'm at 100% output volume to this headset. So, even to reasonably hear myself, I kind of want to be at least 94 here. The other thing, too, is you might think, well, you're doing it wrong. Make this 100%, and then just turn it down in the Focusrite unit, right? And I can do that, but I'm not really sure that this has a better outcome. Because now the mic isn't as hot, and what I'm getting from the OS is adding some hiss that isn't even there. So if I direct monitor this Focusrite unit to hear what the microphone hears coming back directly from the Focusrite unit, I'm able to get a very crisp, clear sound. Like, Windows is actually adding a bunch of hiss to its drivers, I'm trying to say. So I'm going to stop listening to myself for a second. Apply that. Now I'm going to turn the Focusrite full blast, and I'm going to direct monitor. So I can hear some hiss right now. I'm going to turn it down slowly until this goes away. Yeah, right now it's imperceptible to me. I can't hear the hiss. But if I watch on OBS, I can see there's some level right here of hiss. It's also clipping. So right here, looks like it's not clipping. You can see it's just sitting there around 35 here. Well, it's idle. I could turn it down. There. And at that level, it's basically imperceptible to OBS if I record with this. And that's with the input being at 100% here. So, I don't know which I prefer, to be honest. I'm going to listen back again, see if I can even hear myself. Hello? Test. I can hear myself. However, I'm at 100% volume. I'm going to go down to like 30%. See, that's another thing, too. I'm not sure what I actually want to aim for. Should I aim for 30%, 50%, 70%? What's the average user going to have their headset or earbuds or speakers set to? And what does 70% mean for their headset or their earbuds or their speaker, whatever they're using. So I don't think there's any good common denominator to base this off of. I kind of have to at some point just accept that if it sounds good enough on both of my headsets, it might be good enough for everyone else. But if I'm getting a lot of complaints about it being quiet, which I have been, then maybe that's still not enough, and I need to accept some more background hiss from someplace. And this isn't even all the knobs I can turn. And I hope people can even hear what I'm saying right now. I'm actually turned back up for a second. So let's do that. So you probably couldn't hear a lot of what I was just saying there. There we go. Test. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. It's getting into the red a little bit there. I don't want any clipping, so I'm going to be a little bit loud. Blah. Ah. Rah. Clip. Yeah. Okay. I gotta be careful with how loud I talk on this thing. Test. Okay. Anyway. So, this isn't even all the knobs I can turn. I'm gonna kind of repeat myself, because probably I wasn't audible a minute ago. Right now I have my system volume at 30%, and I can kind of hear myself. Not super well. Anyway. So I can adjust this. I can adjust the actual input gain on the Scarlett Focusrite unit. So it pulls more or less from the SM58 microphone. But then also in post, I can turn volume levels up as well. And that seems easy, but it's going to have the same effect as turning this up, where it starts to hiss. So I think I'll show that real quick. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to take what I've already recorded and loop it back through OBS again as input while playing it in something like Davinci Resolve. And I can kind of mess with the EQ in there, and we can kind of take a look at that. I probably want to chop a lot of this out too, just because I was doing a lot of tests and kind of yelling at the mic. Jeez. Alright, let's put this back at 94 for a second, because that's what I've been recording at, and people can at least hear, it seems like, even if it's quiet. But boy, is it quiet. Okay. I'm going to stop listening to myself. Thank goodness for that. I can't stand my voice. Okay, here we go. Let's dump that clip I just did from the earlier part of this video, from your perspective, you know. Dump that into here. Okay. Can I get this up here? There we go. So now, if I go to audio here, we have things like EQ I can look at. Let's listen back. Hello, this is the Tepid Coder. In this video, I want to talk about audio levels. And I'm going to show kind of, what can I say? I'm going to show what I can adjust and try to explain what effects that has for me, because what I'm hearing is going to be different from what you're hearing, and what I'm hearing is different based on what headset I'm using. There's going to be a very different experience playing this. So for me right now, at 30% volume, I kind of want to turn this up, but I risk clipping at that point, so let's try that real quick. It's through speakers, then playing it through a headset, and one headset's going to sound different than the other headset. If it's like a gamer headset that has like earphones and also a microphone combo, that's very different than like a studio recording headset. That's comfortable right now for me. For you, it might not be. However, it's adding some hiss. So if I go down here to EQ, and also both those are very different than like a cell phone speaker, or like, I can maybe fix that a little bit. Let's turn both these off, turn band 1 on. Do something like, I don't know, be this. Let me take a look here. Yeah, I'm going to stick this at 86 frequency. Let's go 86. I want to make this negative 24 decibels. So if I play it now, earbuds you might have through Bluetooth. Anyway, sorry for stating the obvious. But if I go into my start menu and I go into run and I say, that got rid of the hiss for me, but it's also really muffled sounding now. MMSYS.cpl. I can get the old Windows recording thing. And you can see I'm going through a Scarlett Focusrite unit. And inside of that, I have an SM58 microphone. It's meant for recording vocals. Anyway, I can go into listen, and I can hear myself. So now I can't hear this yet. I'm going to listen to it, and I'm going to get doubled audio, which means since my desktop audio is being a bit annoying, but bear with me. Okay, so I can hear the hiss now. If I grab... Now to me right now, I'm listening back to this on my good headset. I don't hear the hiss because of the EQ that I added. So this seems fine to me, although this could be blowing somebody's ears out right now. I can see it clipping right here. I should turn that back down to like that. And I go down. But now it's like not even audible. So again, that's a 30% volume though. If I turn my system volume up a lot, I pretty much don't hear it at 50% volume. Now it's fine. Now, if I turn my volume to 100%, now I hear it again. And again, I don't hear it right there because of the EQing I'm doing. And not really sure what the best solution to this is, to be honest. I'm gonna switch back to my other headset, the crappier one. Okay, switch the output device. Corsair headset. This is 100% right now. Can I hear it? Not very well. Go back to like 30% volume. It's gonna be loud. Yeah, I don't know. So in post here, if I put the volume up 30% as far as it goes, that's kind of not enough to compensate for the EQing that I have to do to get rid of the hiss. At least not when my system volume's at 50%. If I go up to about... yeah, 55% is comfortable for me. Well, now it is, because it's a different part of the video, but... yeah. Yeah, right there, even with the plus 30% and 100% system volume, that's kind of like just a moderate level for me. And over here, obviously, I'm going to have to EQ it a bit differently. There I can turn down my system volume, the output volume. And 55% output is comfortable there, with this being at 18 here. Over here it's going to be worse. So let's turn that down now again. And that's still comfortable at 55%. This is going to be bad. And that's still comfortable now. Now it's too quiet, obviously. Let's turn that back up. Let's see. As for that outcome, if I turn off the equalizer right now, and let's put the volume flat, stick that back at 0. What is the outcome? And it is adding hiss, I can hear it. And that's actually a comfortable volume right there, with my output being 55%. However, the hissing's there, so I have to do this. But that brings the volume back down, so now I'm back up to like here-ish. Let's turn this back down so I don't blast anybody's ears out. So let's see if the hiss is here. Turn the EQ off. Turn the volume back to 0. That's gonna be kind of loud still. Brace yourself. Oh yeah, that's way loud.
Turn it down slowly. This goes away.
That shh in the background is awful. I can hear it now, and this other headset. I was probably using a good headset when I said that. Oop, here comes a big spike here.
But if I watch on OBS, you can see there's some level right there in this. It's also clipping.
Yeah, that's fine there. I don't hear it at all now. What level's my volume at right now? 55% outbound. This feels good right here. At least with this headset. If I go full volume, what does it sound like? Yeah, right now this feels really good on this headset at this level. So I'm gonna switch back to the other headset again. The good one. It's gonna be way too quiet probably on this one. I want to listen back to some of that again. This is at 100% though. Let's turn it back down to 55, which is what I had on the other headset a second ago, I believe. Okay, let's go back over here a second. This isn't even all the knobs I can turn. Yes, that's quiet on this headset. How high have I turned it up? I hope people can even hear what I'm saying right now. About 78. I'm actually turned back up for a second. In fact, a little more back here. This isn't even all the knobs I can turn. And I hope people can even hear what I'm saying right now. I'm actually turned back up for a second. So, let's... Yeah, it's comfortable on this headset around like 80-ish. Do that. Okay, that's getting a little louder. Let's turn the volume back down here. At least my outbound. So you probably couldn't hear a lot of what I was just saying there. Except, hear a lot of... I hear the hiss there. So you probably could... You hear that part? Or is that even perceptible on your end? EQ that. Completely quiet. But I can turn the volume up now. A little bit. You probably couldn't hear a lot of what I was just saying there. That sounds a lot better to me. So you probably couldn't hear a lot of what I was just saying there. And that's on my good headset. Listen to that same thing on the crappier headset again. A little too loud on this headset. Oh, wait. This one's up really high, that's why. That feels good there. Yeah, let me, drag this over to another screen so I can actually see the video. That's too tiny here. Okay. Move this down a little bit. Okay, that's with the inbound volume 100% on Windows, and with the Focusrite turned down a little bit. So this does sound the best to me. I'm still on direct monitor. Oops. Anyway, let's keep going, I guess. We're still on the crop your headset. At what percent volume outbound? 55. Am I speaking there? Because I can't hear anything. Let's turn that back to 0. Oh god. Yeah, no clip there. That's actually fine. Although I do have this EQ'd right now. If I didn't EQ that, sorry in advance for this. Brace yourself. Turn your volume down, what do you gotta do. So volume setting at 0, no EQ. Yeah, that definitely clipped right there. Okay. So EQ actually saved that. But there's no way to actually preset this EQ to a consistent value. I'm gonna have to manually enter these two values here every time and set this to the proper EQ type. Which isn't that big of a deal, but it's just one more thing to do when I'm recording and doing post-production on videos. Not that mine are like super, professional videos. Pretty simple. Yeah. At least it didn't clip there. Well, I think I probably should leave this video with that. If you actually got through this far, I admire your your gumption. But yeah, if it's for some point in the video where you felt like the audio was particularly tolerable, like it was balanced well, had the least amount of hiss, or a good combination of both, like little hiss, but loud enough, or maybe you're willing to accept a lot more hiss, but it's a lot louder. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's going to be either I do it in post and it's muffled, I do it at the Focusrite level, where I eliminate the hiss, but the volume's going to be way quieter, which forces me to bounce the volume up through Windows or in post. Or the Focusrite's hot, and then I turn the Windows volume down so it doesn't add hiss to it, which makes me a bit quieter, which is what I've been doing. Or I don't know, maybe there's some combination of both the Focusrite and Windows being quieter, and I do a lot more in post. I'm not really sure what the answer is, but I would be really curious to hear what you guys have to say about it. There could be some approach to this that I'm not thinking about that one of you knows about and could suggest, and I would definitely appreciate that because I am not an audio engineer. Anyway, that'll do it. Thanks for watching. I look forward to your comments. Catch you later.